Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Trigger p.1 and I'm pretty excited about this video today, but I want to say one thing first is sorry about the game voice volume. I don't know why it's not recording. I've been having some troubles with that lately, but no worries. We don't really need that for this guide. Second thing is the first thing I'm going to show you guys in this on how to solo the traversing the abyss, going through this maze with all the lanterns. The first way is kind of a cheese. Not like a legit cheese like the kneeling Crotas cheese, but you just kind of use a lantern's explosion to launch you way ahead. And I mean, they did that to themselves, so it's not necessarily cheese. But the second way is legitly. This first way, you can do it with any guy, Titan, Warlock, Hunter. So right now I'm just on my Hunter because that's just who I'm on. But yeah, you're going to run past that first lantern right there, keep moving to the second, dodge all the thralls and things, and run around the second one. Make sure you start it so it explodes. You got to run by it. And then right around the second lantern is this rock. You guys will see the rock. Jump on top of it. There will be some thralls behind you, but once you get up on top of this part, they won't hit you. Then you want to move into like the crevice or the corner. Get as close to the wall as you possibly can. That way, when the lantern explodes, the rock is going to take all the impact, but it's going to send you launching just like this. And so once you get here, you're going to want to run back kind of towards the start. You'll see it from up top. Run this way all the way along the edge. There's a start over there. You can see all the lights. Just keep running this way. And so while you're running this way, I'm just going to speak a little bit more because it's been a little while since I've posted a video. You know, I was sick for a while. If you can tell, my voice isn't still fully healed. My throat still kind of hurts. And while it was Christmas, so I was just really busy, really busy. Alright, so as you guys are walking along this edge, it's kind of along the edge also, you're moving pretty slow. You shouldn't run into any thralls. There should be 0 thralls. You're going to run into 1 knight. I know that. So once you get to that bend, that right turn, just kind of turn with it, keep following, and then you're going to end up at a light right here. That's when you know you're back on track. And then you should also see a knight. You can either run past the knight or kill it. I do suggest killing it. Just pull out your sniper. I'm using the patience and time right now, or else I'd be using the icebreaker. And so just kill that guy, that knight right there, and then get your weight of darkness down all the way to 0 because there shouldn't be any thralls because you're just kind of way ahead of them. They don't know where you are pretty much until you start the bridge making. So just run up the hills. Be careful for these little holes. There's going to be one on your left and then one on your right. And then just run straight up next to this next lantern. Bring your weight of darkness all the way down again. And it's just really simple from here, guys. You just run. You're going to start the bridge making. You're going to run on that platform. And then you're going to run around. You do not want to start this pillar right here. Don't start the lantern because if it explodes, you're really just going to mess yourself up. So kind of stay clear of it. Run around it. You're going to run to this rock. It's right next to the lantern. I'm sure everybody has seen this rock if you have done this part of the raid. Jump on top of it. You can get it onto it from the side. And just kind of go kind of to the middle. Don't go too far over or you will start it. Right here is a good spot. If the thralls do hit you, just move over slowly kind of. They won't kill you that fast. If they hit like 4 hits on you, then they'll take you down. But look down this way to this lantern. It's still lit because we didn't run past it. An ogre will spawn. And this is pretty much the only thing that you guys are going to have to kill for this way to beat this part. So just bring that ogre down. He's going to be chilling out over there. And you pretty much have got it from this point on. You just got to sit here, let the bridge form fully. Sometimes another ogre will spawn, but it's very unlikely. I haven't even had it happen to me once. If you're with like a team doing this, more ogres might spawn just because there's more people. So you can chill out right here and wait for the bridge to form. And then once that bridge forms, you're just going to run across it like a boss because you have just soloed the first part of the raid, traversing the abyss. It is a very good feeling. So I'm just going to go ahead and let the bridge form and then run across. And then after I get all the way across and we have beaten this part, I'm going to show you guys how to do this part legitly for the next part. It is really helpful if you are a hunter because you can go into Blade Dancer and you can go invisible. So what you want to have on for your perks is where you knife. If you knife something, it makes you go invisible. If it's all the way up, as you can see on the bottom left of the screen, you have that bolt and then the knife. It's kind of like that's just the look of the knife, but go to the knife perks and make it so when you hit something with your knife, that way you go invisible. Also, when you crouch, you go invisible, and then have Blade Dancer on. And for your right attack, right trigger, or if you're playing on PlayStation, I think it's still right trigger. Make it so when you do that on the ground, you go invisible. It's gonna help it a lot. If you do have a patience and time, I do suggest that as well. So let's get right into the next part of this for the hunter. That's the best way to do it. Alright guys, so we're back and we're going to do this part legitly. Again, I am on the hunter. I got Blade Dancer. I have my perks to make it so I can go invisible as much as possible. And this way to do it, oh, one more thing, we have game sounds, so you guys don't have to listen to just my voice. You can hear the background sound as well, which is very nice. Anyways guys, the best way to do this part that I think is you want to go invisible as much as possible. I mean, it's nice to keep that strike right there, so you can go invisible. If you get into a tight corner kind of like that, you can use the blink strike to go invisible. But pretty much what you're doing with this is you're running from lantern to lantern. You're going invisible. Like when you get to a lantern like this, I run in circles around it. It's hard for the thralls to hit you. I just go around it until I feel like I have enough weight of darkness low enough to be able to make it to the next lantern. And then I'll run in circles again, depending on how close they are. I like having explosive weapons, like the icebreaker right here with the icebreaker effect. When you shoot, it explodes things. That way you can kind of clear out a big, huge surrounding like I did just a second ago. Fatebringer is amazing for this because it also has explosive rounds. It can take out a big crowd pretty quickly. So you want weapons that have explosive rounds, like the Icebreaker, Fatebringer. Those are both really good weapons. Those are pretty much what I use all the time. You want to run around the lanterns. That way you can bring your weight of darkness down. And then if you get there and there's nothing around you on your radar, it's nice to look back and try and kill some thralls that are rushing after you, because it just gives you a little more time. And then I like to crouch when you also have more space, because you got to crouch for like 3 to 4 seconds to go invisible, so you don't want to do it if they're really close to you. That's why I like to save my punching strike to go invisible. I'm not really sure what it's called, so I probably sound like a tar just by saying the punching strike to go invisible. But you guys pretty much understand what I'm saying when I say the punching strike to go invisible. Anyways, I like to save that one if I get into a really tight corner and I need to go invisible quick. But be careful if you're punching, doing the punch strike and the knife strike. Let's go with the knife strike to go invisible. Be careful if you do it in a big crowd, because if you go knife, they're all going to be jumping, trying to attack you. So even if you go invisible, they could still hit you. That's why I like having the explosive rounds, because you can't always count on your knife strike to go invisible and then you to be safe. I've died multiple times from just knifing, going invisible, and they're just kind of continuing their attack, and I get hit 4 or 5 times, and I go down. So when you get to this part, you just keep running up the hill. Try to save your super if you can. It's okay to use it. I mean, if it's going to get you out of a close scenario, if you're going to go down, it's okay to use it then. But if you can, try to save it to this last part, because you're going to have a whole bunch of thralls coming. You want to try and get your weight of darkness down. Use your knife right here and then start running towards the platform. We're going to kind of do the same trick. We're not going to light the platform. I mean, not light the lantern. We're not going to start that so it goes down. But if use this part right here, because your weight of darkness is going to be pretty low. This time you are going to have thralls, so if you're invisible, they're not going to know where you are. It's going to help you out a lot. As you can see, they're all bunching up over there because they don't know where I am. And, well, this is a really pretty sight. Just killing all these guys. One shot took out, I don't know how many, like 10, 15 thrall right there. Pretty much took them all out. And once you get to this rock, you're going to hop on. You don't want to light the lantern. You're going to start it just like as usual, and we're going to kill the ogre just like we did before. And that's pretty much how you guys run through it. That's what I'm saying. It's the best to do it on your hunter and blade dancer, because you can go invisible. You know, patience and time helps on this one, because you can zoom in and go invisible when you're creeping around a lantern. So that helps a lot if you guys do have that patience and time upgraded. But the hunter is nice because you can go invisible with so many different perks, and your agility on the blade dancer is also really high, so you can run faster than the thrall most of the time if you have your perks set to agility. And so that's pretty much how I do it. You can also do this on your Titan and your Warlock. It's just a little bit more difficult. I like to use that running around the lantern method, and that's pretty much how you beat it legitly on your Hunter. I can also show you guys how to do it on your Titan and Warlock later, but for those of you who do have Hunters, this is the best way to go. You get invisible, you run around the lanterns, you have your explosive weapons, and you guys should be good to go. If you can't get it like this though, there's always that semi-cheese one. It's not a like actual cheese because you're not glitching the game. You're just using what they give us to our advantage by using Lantern's Explosion to launch you closer to the end of the maze. Anyways, guys, I hope this guide did help you guys solo this part. I will be posting another video soon on how to solo the crossing of the bridge with the sewer bear and the gatekeeper. You can do it one man while forming the bridge completely. There are some cheese ways to do it, so I mean I can show you guys how to do those as well, but it's more fun and more just satisfactory when you do it legitly, so that's what I'm going to show you guys how to do mainly. So I hope this video helped you guys out. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all later on my next video. Peace out, everybody.